All right, guys, top of the morning. Happy Monday, 9/8, coming to you fresh, coming to you well, coming to you very, very grateful. I was able to spend some time this weekend with Ashley and her family. One of my best friends of all time came and spent some time with us. He's thinking about making a transition, getting into real estate. So he's like, man, I'm going to come down. I'm going to spend some time with the family. We did Sunday dinner. He's actually here on coaching today. So everyone say hi to Jacob. Jacob is here today. So say what up to Jacob. Jacob and I, this is how long I've known Jacob. The very first time I met Jacob, he was working at Blockbuster, right? He was the guy that knew all the good moves. Oh, here you go. Let's go over here. I'm like, bro, you need a career in marketing. And I remember recruiting him from Blockbuster to come and work at the resort that I worked at. And so long, long time of friendship. And so it's cool to have him here. Then we had Sunday dinner. So you guys coming to you very, very grateful on this beautiful Monday morning. But as always, I'm going to have somebody take us out on the field and kind of set the tone and set the sentiment for our morning. And that person is center screen. I'm going to go to my aloha friend right here, Glenn Riggs. It's going to be you. Do your thing, my man. Set the tone, set your energy, and let's get this ball rolling.
Last week I started intensity, and I never quite know what I need until it smacks me upside the head. And I had an amazing business weekend and things were feeling really good. And normally when that happens, I let my foot off the gas and I take breaks, and that leads to those peaks and valleys. But because of intensity, because it was in my life, and the support group that I have, I didn't, right? I kept my foot on the gas. No matter how tired I got, I just kept going. And I encourage us all to just take a moment, and sometimes the universe throws stuff at us, and you have to pay attention. You have to listen to what's coming your way. If you ignore it, you're going to miss an opportunity or multiple opportunities. You might miss out on a chance to spend more time with your family, get some liberty and freedom. So this weekend, I listened to the universe and kept my foot on the gas, and I'm still there.
Man, I appreciate this at a very high level. And you guys, we're obviously not here to pitch intensity in any way, shape, or form, but I do want to ask you this. What was the hardest part of week one officially rolling into the metrics? What was the hardest part for you?
The hardest part for me was the social media.
Really?
Yeah, that was actually the hardest part for me. And I'm on social media, but it's at when I want to. But like getting out there and getting those 10 posts and doing the videos, and it wasn't so much the action. Like I don't care if my hair's a mess, and all right, I just come out of the gym. I'll get on video, but it was making sure that I was out there, I was posting, I was DMing and responding to other people's posts. But it blew up. Like everything just blew up this week, and I'm so thankful. If you were to say, Glenn, you're out of intensity today, I would be like, this was a great opportunity. I loved it. And it just reminded me, you got to keep your foot on the gas, even when things are good and great and beautiful, that you just don't give up.
Man, I absolutely love this. And listen, we have a thought, we have a mantra, we keep the schedule that needs to be kept. We don't stop in the middle. It's going to be hard. It's designed to be hard, right? It's supposed to push you. This entrepreneurship is supposed to push you. And if entrepreneurship right now feels kind of easy, then you're doing things wrong. You should be applying pressure constantly on yourself. And imagine if Glenn took that same philosophy post the 6 weeks, right? Where he's going to be in a year from now. And so Glenn's already doing good. He wanted to raise the level of intensity in life, business, health, and relationships, and he stepped into the fire. And so congratulations to making that step, and appreciate you. And I appreciate your thoughts and feedback on this. So you
Thank
guys,
you.
let's get right into this. I have some thoughts before I get rolling. We're going to go to win. So if you're on the call right now, this is a call out to everyone here. If you have never spoken, keep it moving. If you've never raised your hand, if you've never put your camera on and spoke your words of wisdom, shared your light, shared your insight, I want to encourage you to do that today. You guys know who the usual suspects are. You can look around the screen, but if you're that person that's laying back in the cuts, I want to encourage you. I want to push you, because speaking up here is going to give you the confidence to speak up in other places. Maybe sit on a podcast, maybe sit on a panel, be asked to speak somewhere, share your light with a larger audience. You guys, I want to encourage you. Don't be shy. I have something I saw on a video that I put into text, and I want to share this with everybody on the call today. And I want to get some thoughts and feedback of how this lands for you guys. And I'm not trying to be harsh. Some of these words might be harsh, but it's okay, you guys. That's why we're here. We're here to do hard things and keep it moving towards our dreams, goals, and visions. So listen, how many times will you break promises to yourself? And I want to pause there for a second because we always talk about all all the promises that we're following through on for all the other people in our life. But how many times will you break the promises to yourself? Every time you say tomorrow and don't do it, you teach yourself that your own words mean nothing. That's the harsh truth, my friends. You've lied to yourself, excuse me, more than anyone else ever has. And that line really, really stood out to me. You've lied to yourself more than anyone else ever has. And if you have somebody in your life that is constantly lying to you, my hope is that you're like, no way, no how. You've not gained my trust, or you've lost my trust, and you put up a wall and then you walk away from that person or from that relationship or that encounter. You see, here's the worst part. You believe those lies. You believe you'll start on Monday. You'll tell yourself that I'm going to get on video. I'm going to knock on the doors. I'm going to put my system in place. And then you tell yourself that, oh, I'll do it on Monday. I'm going to start today. Yeah, Elias reminded me of that last week. I didn't do it. You see, you believe you'll change when things are easier, right? But easier never comes, my friend. Discipline isn't built on empty promises. It's built on action, especially when you don't feel like it. If you can't trust yourself, then who the fuck can you truly trust? If you can't trust yourself, your own words, the things that you say that you want to do in this life and business, then who can you actually trust if you can't trust yourself? So stop treating your goals like they're optional tasks and start keeping your word, because every broken promise isn't just a delay, it is self destruction. And in this case, it is self destruction and it's business destruction. So I don't want you guys to be on these calls, to come to group coaching, to utter something to me, and then you don't do it, you guys, over and over and over again. I want to drill this into your psyche. All you're doing is killing your esteem over and over and over every single time you say you're going to do something and then you don't. So trust yourself. Be honest to thyself. Be honest to thy word. And so I wanted to share that quote, that sentiment, and I wanted to open it up to you guys if anyone wants to share their thoughts, feedback, or insight on what I just shared, because I thought it was powerful. My hope is that it lands for you guys. So does anybody want to share their thoughts or where they go when they read this, when they see this? We'd love to hear you guys' insight. And please do not be shy. It's Monday morning. We're getting rolling. Anybody have any feedback? Going once? Anybody have any feedback going twice? Any feedback going three? Okay. All right, Christina, what do you got for us? Let's roll.
Good morning. Sorry, I don't know why I was trying to figure out the hand up thing. I feel like it's so true because no one knows what's going on in our head, right? So whatever promises we're telling ourselves, the more you keep putting it on the back burner, the more you're just pausing and you're not being able to grow. So I think that's the biggest thing. I think I've said it before is like, I'll always write down what I want to get done that day. And I am the one manually crossing it out. Because if I'm not doing that, then I'm not executing what I need to do to grow, to hit my goals, what I want to achieve that week. And if it's in my mind, then I can keep saying, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Versus if it's in my face, I'm like, oh my God, Christina, like you didn't get your shit done today. So I feel that so much because we can be our own worst enemy and we can keep pushing everything to tomorrow. But that one client that maybe wants to get pre-approved or wants to see that house, if they're not hearing from you, they may go to that next person because you didn't reach out to them that day. And that's always the little like guy in the back of my head is always telling myself that. If I don't do today what I should have, what if I didn't reach out to that client that was scared to reach out to me and then maybe another lender did and I missed out?
Ooh, God, I love this because Christina, this line where it says you've lied to yourself more than anyone else has. Like if I constantly lied to you, Christina, we're friends in business and we have, a working relationship and you come to coaching all the time. If I constantly lied to you, what would you do?
Yeah, I wouldn't trust you and I probably wouldn't go on the calls because it's all, it's like that's just straight up. Like if you don't have that confidence and that trust in someone, they're not going to be your go-to.
Yeah. And we're willing to put up that wall instantly, right? Instantly. You lost my trust. Good luck trying to get it back. And so it's like we have to hold that same principle when it comes to ourselves. And so I appreciate your insight on that. Let's go, Gary Archer. What do you got? Thoughts, feedback, and feel free to jump in the conversation. If not, we'll shift gears. What do you got, big dog?
What up, everyone? Happy Monday. Favorite day of the week is Mondays. Um, you know, I like to think I'm like a baby philosopher in the making, right? That's like, I mean, my dad said when I was younger, like we're all experts on what we know, right? I think when we tell ourselves we want to do it tomorrow, some way we trick ourselves into thinking it's going to be easier tomorrow than today. So like you're like, oh, by tomorrow I'll have my shit together. By tomorrow I'll be ready to do this. By tomorrow, as my leader said, que mañana si no que mañana. There is no tomorrow, right? Only today. And it's okay to, if you've been telling yourself, that's okay. That's okay. But let today be the day. Like hold yourself accountable, forgive yourself. It's okay to be incredible. I think you're still paying the price for your teenage self that was telling lies to yourself for stuff you didn't do. Forgive yourself. It's a new day, baby. Let's go get it. It's okay.
Man, Gary, you are Gary the Great. All right, Gary the Great, the philosopher. And I love that you said that because in this line it says, "You believe you'll change when things are easier, but easier never comes. Discipline isn't built on empty promises; it's built on action, especially when you don't feel like doing it." So, Gary, I appreciate you. One more contribution, and we're gonna shift gears. Mara, what do you got for us? And Mara, you could bring my car over any day.
Eh,
I'm gonna-
Go for a cruise.
yeah, bring the
So I like the comment that I don't lie to myself, I don't lie to my kids, because that is something that I really pride myself on. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. And so when you say that, it really hits home to me because I do lie to myself a lot of times. I'm like, okay, you know, you're going to do this week, and the week goes by, and I give myself grace because I have a lot of shit going on. But at the end of the day, I need to be truthful to myself, and whatever it is, and whatever bite-sized chunks I can handle, those are the things that I need to tackle, and I need to be honest through all of it, making the commitment to myself through that honesty, knowing what I can and can't tackle. So I liked that comment. You be honest to your kids, be honest to your partner, be honest to yourself.
Yeah, I absolutely love that too. Thanks for putting that in the chat, Ashley. And you guys, I want to encourage you, grab a picture of this, write it down, screenshot it. I thought it was really, really powerful. And I'm always going to challenge each of you to be self-reflective, introspective, and spend that time because it's unfortunate. I see this across the board, thousands and thousands of people I talk to. I see it all the time. We lie to ourselves. We tell ourselves we're going to do something. We put it off tomorrow, next week, and then we don't do it. And so that's always rooted. Do you actually want this bad enough? Do you actually have clarity enough to know exactly what you want in this business? And are you willing to do the work? And so I appreciate you guys' thoughts and contributions on this. Let's go to on a lighter note. Let's go wins. I need 3 to 5 people to get in the queue to share a personal and professional win. And once again, I want to encourage you, if you're that person that has been silent on these calls and you have never spoke up, I'm going to give you an opportunity to share a personal win and a professional win. So I'm going to pause and I'm going to make it super awkward until I get 3 to 5 hands up. So I got 1. I know it's Monday. I got 2. I got 3. Now give me 2 more. Put some stank on it. Give me 2 more. All right, cool. We're good. Let's go, Deep Bledsoe. What do we got, big dog? And then now they're coming in. There you guys are. Let's go, D. Yeah, a little muffled, but let's try.
Yeah, these headphones ain't shit. But professional win, I showed a $9.5 million house on Saturday, and that transfers into personal too, because personal would change if I close this deal.
Wait, are you in contract on a $9 million home?
No, I'm talking to the clients, and they're thinking about writing on it. Like just yesterday, we're going back and forth over details and the disclosures and everything. So I need all the fingers crossed on this one.
Okay, listen. My hope is that you close this deal so you can buy yourself some headphones that are not shit. But I'm so I'm so excited for you. Let's do some math here, you guys. Let's say $9 million, which will be a record breaker for our company times a 2.5 average commission, even if it's lower. We're talking life-changing money. Life-changing money, you
Minus
guys.
minus 35% because it's a Zillow flex.
Shit, I don't care if you minus 50% off of
All
that.
right. Yeah,
Right?
seriously.
You could buy
Seriously.
2 pair of headphones,
So
my
come
man.
on, I need all that. Yeah.
Dude, that's life-changing money, man. I'm so excited. Everybody send their good juju, positive vibes, prayers, whatever you got, send that to the universe over to Deep Bledsoe. I appreciate you sharing, big dog. Thanks for contributing. Let's go to Glenn Riggs. What do you got for us, big dog?
So I wrote 2 offers for buyers this weekend. I got a listing contract signed yesterday, and yeah, right, and yesterday this week I sent 2 video messages out to clients that I haven't talked to in a while, and one of them I wrote an offer for this weekend. The other one I've got talking to a lender again. So, like, just huge wins from a business standpoint. And because of this book, I said no 2 times this weekend, and there was not an ounce of guilt about
Man,
saying no.
winning is selfish. You don't have to be heartless. You just have to use your heart less.
Yeah.
Yes, man, I love this. Now, really quick, when you sent that video to your past client, share with us, like just run through that video. What did you say in that video?
It was so I just opened it up and said, "Hey, Ketty, it's Glenn. We haven't chatted in a while. My fault. I fell off the communication with you, and I just want to see how you're going. I know you were working on your credit and clearing some things up. Give me a call when you get a chance." 10 minutes later, she called me up. I divorced my husband. I got a raise at work. I've closed some credit or cleared out some credit card debt. My credit score's up. I'm ready to start looking again.
And you wrote an offer with her.
No, that's the one that I forward over to the lender. The one that I wrote an offer for, I said was Phil. I said, "Hey, Phil, we haven't chatted in a while. Checking to see how things are for you and Jan. Let me know if you can go out and see this weekend." Super short and brief. And he said, "Funny you reach out. We're on our way back from Tahoe. There's one in Livermore we want to see. 2.1 million. I've got an offer in right now. Chatting with the agent." So
I mean, you guys, the one-to-one, we call them surprise and delight moment videos. I promise you, this is not a theory. It works. Heard tons of testimonials. So Glenn, love to see you in the pocket right now, man, doing the work, reaching out, finding the opportunities, creating the opportunities. I shouldn't say finding, you're creating the opportunities for yourself, big dog. So appreciate you, man. Thank you for sharing. Let's go, Stephanie. Stephanie, what do you got for us?
So professional win. Last week, Blessing and Jacob and I closed. We helped a first generation buyer buy his home,
Give him
and
one.
we had
Give him one. Flex up on him.
yes. I have no
There.
muscles. I need to work out. um, so we worked with him for a year. 1 year it took to get this guy into contract, and he was able to buy. It's a full fixer upper in Vallejo. It's huge, 4 bedrooms. um it just felt, it warmed my heart so much. His parents were there, they're all going to live there. It's an immigrant family, and it just, I love those stories. That was a life-changing moment for them. Like, it was a huge win.
That's, my friends, why we do this business. That's why we do this business. And I promise you, if you can articulate that, if you can put that in an amazing story to share with the rest of the world, that's how we attract more amazing clients. So tell that story, tell their story, tell that journey. And it shows so much about your follow-up, Jacob's follow-up, the way that you guys nurtured them. Well done. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Jacob. I absolutely love this. Congrats.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then a
Can I hear the
personal win.
personal? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Personal win. I pulled off an amazing quinceañera this weekend for my daughter. Let me tell you, woo! I was running around so stressed out the whole party, the whole week, but it was perfect. Everything was perfect, and I'm so happy it came out. My daughter she's been thinking about this. She's wanted this her whole life, and it was lit. Let me tell you, like, we had the banda, the DJ, the bar. It was just perfect. We even had a moment for my cousin who just passed. It's been a really hard couple months. So planning all this with that was really tough, but we pulled it off. We had a beautiful moment with the family for him as well, and it was just perfect. And thanks to Speaking Here, Elias, I was able to get on the mic and give a little thank you speech to everyone. I wasn't even nervous at all. There's probably like, I don't know, 250 people there. I don't know, but yeah. So I was totally fine up there. I felt bad because my husband was kind of nervous. I was like, it's okay, babe. You got this. So I was trying to pump him up. But yeah, thanks to
Okay,
Speaking Here, I was in there.
I have goosebumps because, I have never planned a quinceañera, but I know what it's like putting together an event like that. We did it for Larissa's 18th birthday, but like you don't look stressed, you look super relaxed, and I'm so happy that you put a smile on her face and she'll remember that day for the rest of her life. So shout out to you as a mom, shout out to your husband as a father. Well done. That's why we work so hard to be able to provide for our families. So well done, Stephanie.
Hey, can I add something real quick?
Yeah, please,
And
Jeff.
on top of all of that, in the month of August, Stephanie was the top producer in the office.
Let's go. You had to make
All of that.
You had to make
All
that
of that.
that quince money.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly.
That's right. I love this. Great stuff. Let's go, Mara. Mara, what do we got for them? Personal win, professional win. Let's roll. Congrats, Steph.
My personal and professional wins usually line up together. So it's not a $9 million house, but I did start making those calls on the lead pond, which I hate. We're just going to get that right out of the way.
Okay.
And I'm much better in person. That's what I'm learning about myself. So overcoming that was a huge personal win for me. And then the professional win is that out of that lead pond that I kept talking shit about, I got to do a buyer's consult and I have showings from it. So they're not as stupid as I say they are.
Hercules. And it's funny. You're like, okay, this calling thing is not that bad.
Yeah, now I'm like, nah, it's not so bad. I get it now.
Listen, you guys, it is tough, but at the end of the day, it's just a voice on the other end of the line. And if we stand on principles of, I'm here to help somebody, truly, they might not want my call, but I'm trying to make calls to find the people that truly, truly need my help. And somebody out there does, and somebody else did need her help. And so congratulations to you. Absolutely love that. Love the growth on both ends. Let's go up to H-Bomb. H-Bomb getting her 6,000 steps in. Part of intensity, every person has to work out 3 times a week. They have to track their meals 3 times a week. Also, they have to walk 6,000 steps every single day. So proud of you getting your steps in early. I see Morgan too. So let's go, H-Bomb. What do we got for him?
Yeah, so lots of good wins to share. Sometimes it's like I find it uncomfortable to share because like I don't want to like I like to be humble and not gloating, But I'm sure a lot of you are here. Sorry, I'm trying to catch my breath. I was speed walking. Anyway, when I first started Intensity, I was like in a really not intensity, Team Fast. I was like in a really low point. I just was my career just took a total downward spiral and it was really hard for me. So, I'm just super stoked because I closed like 4 deals back to back, just my own personal deals, people that I've been nurturing all year. And I've been hustling my whole ass. Like, it's been hard. And then, I was getting kind of frustrated with the Zillow deals, and I just put an offer in over the weekend or last week and it got accepted yesterday. So in contract on a Zillow deal and I have a listing coming up. And so if some of you are just getting back on your feet or just starting or you're frustrated, just keep hustling your whole ass. And I swear to God, it'll pay off and it's not going to be instantaneous. So I just pray to God and be positive that I can keep having the energy to hustle my whole ass and that I can keep up this momentum. But I'm super grateful and very, very happy. And personal wins, I with Intensity and the Zillow calls and stuff, I mean, personal wins, yeah, I don't know, but life's been good. We're happy.
I love this. So the lesson here, if you guys need to write anything down, don't hustle with half your ass. Hustle full ass. Write that down. You may want to use that. Okay. the whole ass, okay, not half. So I appreciate you, Heather. Good stuff. Naya, good to see you. Are you in Stockton office this morning? That's right.
Yeah, I'm here in the Stockton office today.
Okay, where do you live? Are you close by?
No, I just moved to Stockton, so I'm here now.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Good to see you. Such a great community that they've built there in the office. So really good to have you in the office.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's go, Ashley, and then we'll go to David and Sen. Let's go, Ash. What do you got for us?
All right, so professional win, you keep saying go to events that are already happening. So I did that this weekend and I went to an event. We did a giveaway with a real estate agent. I was out there in the lane where people were walking and just pulling people in. Hey, you want to get involved in a giveaway? Hey, you want to get involved in a giveaway? Tell them what we were giving away, signing them up. We got 66 people's contact information, names, email addresses, phone numbers, indicating whether or not they're wanting to buy now or later. Do you want a home buying course? They're filling all of this out, and then they showed up on Zoom. We had 35 people show up for this giveaway the next day. We were able to kind of do a little quick elevator pitch, give them Instagram accounts, keep them in our world. That's a huge win. It was like $1,000, I think, for the table. We got a really good table. But I mean, one deal from that, if we get one deal out of those 66 people, which I promise you we will, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Best way to spend the day. We're in the beginning of the season. Look up your Chamber of Commerce and find out what events are happening in your city and how much they cost to be a part of. It's game changing. Okay, personal win. I hired a personal assistant to plan my meals, grocery shop for me, add all of my kids' activities to my calendar, and add all the recipes and the start times to my calendar. So all that I have to do is just look at the calendar and go. The personal assistant's name is ChatGPT and it's free and it's the My Agent feature. It did it. I was like done planning last night at 1:30 and I was done planning last night at 1:30 and I just typed it in there, the prompt, and while I was just like my brain was like watching TV and zoning out, it was doing the rest. So
All right,
highly
so for
recommend.
everyone on here, and I love this share, can you put your exact prompt in the chat down below? That way people have that if they want to apply that and use that My Agent feature. Absolutely love that. If you're not leveraging ChatGPT, you are sleeping on so much leverage, you guys. Wake up, make sure that you're leveraging the shit out of ChatGPT. It is your assistant, it is your executive assistant, it is your marketing department, it is your counselor, it is your therapist, and is everything in between. So I appreciate that. Let's go David and Son, and then we'll go to Evelyn. David, what do you got for us, big dog?
All right, this is my assistant right here. This is Declan. Say what's up.
What's up, big dog?
Well, yeah, my professional win is not as big as everybody else's, but I put a question in the chat last week. It was like, how do I introduce myself as a realtor to my community without sounding too salesy? And then I was scootering with the kids on Saturday, and then I was talking to a neighbor, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm just gonna tell her. So I have my cards with me. So you know what? I'm in real estate. If you need any help on the buyer side, or if you or your family members need some help, let me know. And I gave her my card, and she's like, oh, my daughter might need some help. So I was like, okay, there you go. And then so I was like getting over the fear of it, like trying to be like introduce myself to my neighbors, be like, I'm a real estate guy. Give me your business. It was like it did it. It was organic and it felt right. And then a personal win was the Niners won yesterday. So
That's right. That's right. I love this. At the end of the day, you guys, we get to do this. We get to help people. We got to tell people about what we do. When I see, oftentimes when people say, I don't want to come across sales, I look at sales as a very, very positive thing. A great salesperson prescribes, listens very well, has empathy, and is able to guide people and advocate for them. That's a great salesperson, right? A salesperson is pushing something on somebody that they don't need and they don't want. At the end of the day, I take a lot of pride in being a great salesperson. So, David, I'm glad that you're finding your way. Before I go to Evelyn, I want to share this with you guys so you guys can be aware of what's going on in your communities. If you guys just go to the Bay East Association of Realtors, and you go to MLS and tools, you guys are going to see all of this community info and statistics. What's cool about this is that you guys can drill down to any one of these cities. Let's just go Castro Valley. It's going to tell you the population. It's going to tell you a little bit about that city. But then what you can do is you can go right there to the Chamber of Commerce You can also go to the city website here, and then you can get all the information that you would need about that city, and you can go all throughout the Bay. And so, obviously, if you're not in the Bay Area, this is not applicable to you, but a lot of you are. And so, what's cool is that like you can get all the aggregated information, and then you can drill down farther and go to the city of Walnut Creek. You can find who's filing for business permits, city. What are the local events about that? Or how you can do a video about what's happening in the local area. And so I'm going to pause next.
You're breaking up, Elias. He's paused.
Evelyn, can you hear me?
I could hear you now. I thought it was me, but now that Glenn said that, I'm like, okay, it's not me. So a professional win would be
No. And so I'm gonna Glenn I'm gonna make Glenn. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm gonna make Glenn the co-host.
All right, Evelyn, go for it.
He has to take over. So pause for a quick second. Let's go back to Evelyn.
okay. So a professional win would be just putting myself out there more in the community and doing more open houses. So I did do 3 this past week, and I actually connected 3 people to the lender, and I got a lead off of Instagram from someone I went to high school with that I wasn't even following, but so that was great. And then a professional personal win would be just being more consistent with journaling and reading, and basically just putting my personal development first above anything in the day. And when I start my day off that way, I feel the best throughout the day. So just being consistent with that has been a game changer.
Man, Evelyn, I love this. And Glenn, let's get a quick mic check. Am I coming in okay?
Yep, you're great.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry about that. So, for the people that love to write, there's a planner. Every single year you can buy this. It is called the High Performance Planner. And what's cool about this is I'll just take you through like 3 of the questions that they have for morning mindset. One thing I can get excited about today is if one word would describe the kind of person I want to be today, then that word is, and why do I choose this? Someone who needs me on my A game today. It's a really, really good way for you just to reflect daily. And then at night, it has an evening journal. A moment in life, a moment that I really appreciated today was a situation or task that I handled well today, something I realized or learned today was, and then you give yourself like a daily scorecard. This is a really, really good place to start if you just want like a guided journal every single day, Evelyn. It's been a game changer. So just recommend that if you do like the journaling. And then I want to go back to this really quick, you guys. I know I was getting a little bit choppy, but when you go to the city websites, you guys will see permits, you guys will see what's happening, parks, anything that's happening within the community. And if you're truly wanting to create content that helps you to become that digital mayor and that digital commentator, once again, if you guys are local, everyone has access to the Bay East Association of Realtors. Everyone can look at the map and really find out, well, where are the places that I want to get real estate information on, or just city information, and you just kind of pick and choose. It's a really good place to kind of aggregate all the things, and then you couple that with chat and make your list and so on and so forth. So it's really, really cool. Been using it for years. If you guys are looking for a place to get local information, building projects up and coming, who's asking for permit or land grabs and so on and so forth. So it's really, really cool. It says here in the chat here, Metro List has something similar. Base doesn't cover Tracy. No, you would have to use CVAR or somewhere else out in this side of the area, or this side of the Bay Area. But let's continue cruising on. You guys, I appreciate you sharing your wins, personal and professional. I'm going to pull my screen up really quick. I have another question for you guys. Let's go here. This one's going to be a little bit harder. And I'm going to go here. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go here. When you think about last week, week by week, really quick sprints of our production and what we're doing, I want you guys to ask yourself, what were the missed opportunities last week? Were there any missed opportunities? You didn't drop a video last week. You didn't follow up on something. You didn't put the leads into the follow-up boss, into your CRM, whatever it was. And how we ensure that you don't miss this week, right? Was there any missed opportunities for anybody on this call from this last week that wants to share? And if you are sharing, then what do we do to fix it this week? Does anybody have something that they want to contribute and chime in on that particular question right there? Missed opportunities and how we ensure that you don't miss it this week. Anybody have anything? Going once, going twice, and don't be shy. All right, cool. We're going to move on from this one. I'm not going to stay here and just look at you guys awkwardly. So let's continue to cruise on.
I got
All
I
right.
got one.
Okay, cool. Let's go, Nicole.
I have to figure out how to see a couple houses today, but I had to move it from my calendars on my calendar twice because of things that I thought I had put on there and I hadn't. So this week I'm going to be extra granular. Hold on. Stopping with my calendar. And a win, I'm able to walk my dogs at the same time and they're not tearing each other's face off. Yes. I just hope that the small one doesn't get piped up.
Okay. I absolutely love this. Listen, you guys, it happens to all of us. We think about something or we commit to something and we don't put it on our calendar and then something else and we double book ourselves. Listen, you guys, I'm human. It's happened to me. Make sure that you're spending that time, even if you have to just put in your notes and be like, okay, later on today, I got to put this on the calendar. And so good catch there. Let's talk a little bit about your guys' confidence. This is obviously something that we're all working on. We're going to work towards, or we're going to work through. Let's talk about what is called the confidence formula. Confidence isn't a gift. It's built through disciplined action. And here's a quick formula for everybody. The micro wins, right? When we talk about our wins every single week, as you can hear, the wins are, there's a vast, vast difference between the wins. And it's cool because I don't care what the win was. It could have been you worked out 5 times last week. Could have been that you got one person out of the lead pond to say yes. It could have been that somebody, said, oh, they're open to having a conversation like David was sharing, but micro wins. Macro confidence comes from the micro wins. So every small promise you keep to yourself builds trust in your own words. So continue to stack the small wins throughout your week, you guys. I promise you, this is going to give yourself self-confidence and it's going to grow your esteem. Preparation creates power. Put in the reps and the work. Confidence is no longer a question, it's inevitable. You see, when you plan out your week, when I've been telling you guys, we're planning out our Q4, we are locking the fuck in. We're making sure that we have all of our marketing, our campaigns. We think about our pillars of pressure. Our SOI has a plan. Our social media has a plan. Our community involvement has a plan. Company generated leads. Like, we are intentional about these things. So create your plan. Preparation creates power. Action over mood. Action over mood, you guys. Winners act regardless of how they feel, tired, discouraged, or uncertain. They move forward regardless. This is not about your mood. This is not about how you feel. Before I go any further, Ross, did you have something really quick? Your hand went up.
Yeah, I just wanted to challenge myself and hop on here and say something. One of the things last week that I had in my notes was to reach out on here and ask if anybody would like to be my accountability partner for the, what's it called? Buyer consultation.
All right, you guys, you got a team member that's reaching out, needs some support, needs some love, and he's bold enough to raise his hand today and ask, can anybody support him and be an accountability partner for him?
Cool. I'll take that, Naya.
All right, so if you guys can reach out via Slack and set up a time to meet, man. But Ross,
okay,
bold actions get bold results, man. So I appreciate you sharing.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to continue cruising on, you guys. Fuck your mood. It's not about how you feel. We do things despite. You don't wait until you feel confident. You build confidence by doing the thing anyways. Just like Mara, okay? Mara didn't want to do it. She probably was just stressed out about making calls in the lead pond. And then what happened? She did it anyways. Now she has even more confidence to do it the next time. Remember, we're all building neural pathways. You're either building a neural pathway of resilience because you are constantly doing things that are uncomfortable, or you stay in your comfort and you are building a neural pathway of weakness. We all have that choice. Choose accordingly. Earners versus excusers. And I love this. I never heard that term before, but excusers coast into the holidays, right? They wait, they delay, they tell stories about why the market or season isn't right? You guys are going to get to December 31st And you're either going to be this person. Oh my God, look at what I did. Look at how many things I did, the videos, the campaigns, the reach out, the marketing, the door knocking. Damn, I closed out the year strong. I'm so proud of myself. Or you're going to be that should have, could have, would have. Oh my God, I had every story. It was raining. Get a fucking umbrella. Like, you're either going to be the person that accomplished all these things, move the business forward. You guys produced at a high level. You went all in. It is in direct alignment with your vision. You're a woman that will run through the wall. You're either going to be that person, or you're going to be like, oh, yeah, missed that opportunity. Wake up. This is our time, you guys, to lock in. Earners double down. They declare their separation season, they pick their bold move, and they execute relentlessly. You guys are going to hear me say separation season and the great lock-in until we are at the end of the year. I want to just instill this in your mind, body, and spirit that this is the time where we take over. This is the time where we separate ourselves. This is the time where we make Christmas escrows, where we put ourselves in a position to open up 2026 with a sense of ease, a sense of poise, a sense of preparation. That's what I want for you guys more than anything. So here's what we're going to do today. Each of you guys are going to go to the board. Going to the board is a very, very simple exercise. All I want you guys to do is on a blank piece of paper. You guys have done this with me week after week after week after week. All I want you to do is on a blank piece of paper, make a box. Okay, make a box on a blank piece of paper. And in that box, the only thing that fits are your numbers. What are you going to do for conversations this week? What are you going to do for videos this week? How many doors are you going to knock this week? The only thing that fits in that box are your numbers. What does not fit is your stories. Your bullshit doesn't fit in that box, and your excuses don't fit in that box. All you can put in that box is your numbers. I'm going to go to the office and I'm going to make 20 calls a day. Cool. I love that. That's a number. I'm going to drop 3 videos this week. I'm going to post 70 stories this week. Cool. I love those numbers for you. I'm going to knock on 100 doors this week. I'm going to make 100 circle prospecting. I'm going to follow up with 50 past leads. I'm going to send 50 one-to-one videos. Those are numbers. There's no room for excuses. There's no room for stories, and there's no room for your bullshit. And listen, we all have it. We all have it. So I want you guys to be very, very clear. Every single Monday, go to the board. Get crystal clear on what this week is going to look like for you. We set clear intentions, we have focus, and we understand what is going to be accomplished in our business. Remember, you guys, and I've been saying this and I want to reiterate this. None of you are agents. I know it's easy for you to think of yourself as a real estate agent. You are not a real estate agent. My friends, you are CEOs, and that is the type of swag that you need to have every single day. That is the type of planning that you need to have as a CEO. That is the type of behaviors, the energy that you have to carry is the CEO. When you're a CEO of your business, you're going to look at it differently. You're going to look at your focus. You're going to look at your operations. You're going to look at your marketing department. You're going to look at your Q4 plan, Q1 plan. Shit, you might even look as far as Q2 plan of 2026. You are not an agent. You are a CEO, and that CEO is going to require you to show up differently in business. All of you are really good in the pocket, meaning with the client. You're good at that. Let's get great at being business operators. Let's be great at being the chief operating or executive officer of our own business. That's what you guys are. Anybody could be an agent, anybody. But not everyone knows how to run an effective business as a true CEO. And ladies and gentlemen, that's who you are. That's who you are. So I want to pause for a quick second. I want to go around the room. I want to get some thoughts. I want to get some takeaways, get some insight from you guys, because I feel we've had a really rich conversation today. Naya, I'm actually going to go over to you. Your voice is new in this space, and so it's really good to see you here. Let me get one key thought, one key takeaway from you this week or from today, and what are you committed to accomplishing this week? Let's roll.
I would say the takeaway that I got is to stop bullshitting. Basically, if you're not going to put yourself out there, then you're just not going to be out there. And what was the second question? I forgot.
No, that's it. Key thoughts, key takeaways. Oh no, I have one. What are you committed to accomplishing this week? Let's go there.
Okay, so this is kind of small compared to what everybody else had, but I finished my 30-day checklist. And so I went on 4 showings this past weekend.
Go.
And I set my first appointment. So I'm trying to like nail it in and get the buyer's broker signed. So
That's right.
that's my
Listen,
goal.
Aya, that's a major win. Let's not discount that. That shit is a major win. The fact that you have the intestinal fortitude to finish that list, and then the intestinal fortitude to go out there and get your showings handled, and then book an appointment for a buyer consultation. That is a huge win. Let's not discount that. Congratulations
guys.
to you. Love that. Love the commitment for the week. Let's go TT. TT, what do we got for them? Takeaways, insights, and then what are you committed to accomplishing this week? Let's roll, big dog.
Sure. Thanks for always calling me out. I appreciate it. My biggest takeaway today is keep hustling your whole ass. Thank you, H-Bomb. I had an open house this weekend and I am in talks with hopefully putting in an offer. So I'm going to keep hustling my whole ass. My takeaway, I've just been making a lot of notes on how I'm going to keep hustling my whole ass. I plan, as soon as we get off of this call, I have just a whole plan how to attack this buyer, not attack them, get them to move. And I'm hoping to make more video messages and keep hustling your whole ass is my takeaway.
I'm gonna push back on you right now. Okay. A hope to make more video is not a plan. What is your plan for this week specifically for video drops?
Specifically, sending them directly to people.
How many are you going to commit to this week?
Thank you for putting me out there. So I wrote down at least 5 a day, personal videos. I'm still graduating to always putting them publicly. Actually, I've done a great job. I've done about 3 last week publicly, but privately, I'm more confident about. So 5 a day is not a problem.
5 a day. People love those videos. I promise you, surprise and delight moments. And so I want you guys to take a second here. She's like, well, I hope to send more videos. You guys, hope is not your plan. Like, I have an intention and I'm going to do this hell or high water. I'm doing 5 a day. That is something that can move you because you can see it. Those are your numbers. And so TT, I appreciate you always being willing to play the game at a high level. Appreciate you. Thanks for your contribution. Thanks for sharing. I got 2 hands up that went up when we were talking about whole asses. And so let's see what Ashley says. And then we'll go back to H-Bomb. And then I am coming over to Christopher and Shrey. Let's go, Ash. What do we got?
All right, Jacob wants to share his key takeaway. You guys ready?
Okay, listen, you guys. Hold on a second, Jacob. Hold on. I've been getting videos.
Hey guys.
Hold on, Jacob. Hold on.
Oh, my bad.
I've been getting videos from Ashley because Jacob homeschools and he's just a clever dude, super smart, introspective. He sends me videos after coaching of his takeaways, and it's probably the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. So Jacob, hit us with it, big dog. What do you got, man? Key takeaways.
My key takeaway is to forget your mood and to do it anyway.
Jacob, man, I appreciate you, young buck. Thank you for being here. Well said, my man. As always, let's go H-Mom, then we'll go Christopher, and then we'll go Shrey. H-Mom, what do we got? You're feeding the ducks. That's all I see.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you how cute the ducks were. That's all. They're
Well,
so
thank you.
freaking cute. I'm not feeding them. I feel hella bad because I didn't bring food on my walk, but aren't they adorable? That's all
They
I
are.
wanted.
So yeah, let's quit ducking around and get back to the subject. But thank you for sharing that. Chris, let's hear from you, or Christopher, excuse me. Key thoughts, key takeaways from our time together today. Let's roll.
I'm trying to be on Naima's level. I want to get this 30-day checklist finished off. So that's definitely where I'm going to be at these next couple of weeks. And that's basically it. I'm trying to get moving. I finally signed up, so I'm ready to get rolling.
That's right, man. And we're going to remove that word try, where I'm just going to get this done. I'm committed to getting this done, right? We don't try.
I'm going to get it done. Gonna get it done.
Think, probably, maybe. That all those words are tentative, bro. We're here to get shit done, man. So I appreciate you being here. Welcome to the team. Thank you for being here. Thanks for choosing us. We appreciate you. Let's go, Shrey. Shrey, what do you got for us? Key thoughts, key takeaways from our time together today. Let's roll.
My takeaway is this reminded me of the 4 Ps. The preparation prevents poor performance. So that's my takeaway. And then the things that I would like to work on, or that I'm going to work on, is I'm on my 3rd week of the checklist. So I'm trying to really hustle through that. And then the second thing is hosting more open houses. I've done 2 so far. I would like to do more. I'm trying to do it like every weekend. And then I'm helping my older sister purchase a property right now. So we're in the moves with that. And then last is creating videos.
Okay, and so I'm gonna challenge you. How many videos did you create last week?
0, but I posted on my story.
Okay, all right. Those disappear in a day. The judgment doesn't last that long. So we're gonna walk right in the judgment and say, fuck them. I want you to create 2 videos this week of your face in it with your voice. It could be lifestyle, it could be community, it could be a property tour, it could be something personal, an affair of the heart that really hits home for you. I don't care what it is. 2 this week, and you're gonna tag me.
Okay.
Can everybody give some love, some light, some positive energy to Shrey? I know you content creators. I've seen you when you didn't create content, and now you are who you are today. And Shrey, this is coming from your homie as your coach who 5 years ago did not create video.
Thank you.
So I will be an example for you, but I'm also going to push you because this is you building your own brand. This is walking in your cause and your crusade. So Shrey, you got a lot to offer this world. Allow the people to see more of you. I got you. We're here to support you. Okay. All right, Shrey. All right. I'm going to go. So I'm going to have this person do the final takeaway. So like I said, I have a really dear friend here. He's actually in one of my rooms downstairs, but he's been in my life since I was 25 years old, which is crazy. I'm 46 now. And so Jacob's going to be getting into real estate, and I told him to, come to keep it moving. So Jacob Garcia, let's get one key thought, one key takeaway from our time today. So this is literally like my little brother. I just want to hear from your vantage point, big dog. Let's roll.
Oh, I appreciate the platform to express my gratitude first and foremost, Elias. I can't thank you enough for everything that you and I have been through, and your
Almost
continued
there.
guidance. Yeah, absolutely. So today,
no, I think that was a bad interruption.
That's all good. So key takeaway, personal development, I think is way more important to have a key focus on to continue to not only be present for myself, but for everyone around me. And I can't be the best father, brother, whatever it is that I'm doing professionally, if I'm not the best version of Jacob. So I really do think that was one of the things that stood out to me. Also, all the different tools, definitely keeping yourself accountable. That was a huge thing. And obviously not half-assing it, but whole-assing it.
That's right. We got a new hashtag for
Yes.
Keep It Moving. I love this. And so Jacob, I appreciate you, my man. And love you. I'm always going to be here for support. So you guys, listen, it's Monday. You have a choice today. And it's a very simple choice to choose what is going to move the needle in your business. You're all astute. You all know what's going to move the needle in your business. Don't lie to yourself. Go out there and accomplish it. Even if it's very, very small things, it's okay. Go and stack a bunch of small wins this week. Listen, if you've never created a video, 2 videos is a massive win for you in 1 week. So you guys, push yourself, apply pressure this week, move the needle in your business, because before you know it, Christmas is going to be here. I want nothing more for you guys to be able to celebrate the holidays with your family with a sense of ease, not debt because you had to run up your credit card bill because you didn't work with a sense of urgency. Work now in urgency so you don't have to work later in desperation. Thank you guys for being here. As always, thank you for being open to receive. And as always, keep it moving toward your dreams, goals, and vision, and make this week a week that truly matters. Peace.